native for Kumasi High Court Echo Asetana NDC legal team in Ashanti region Echo Pimo Court na so High Court tena se no na say NDC for Echo file injunction application for injunction application against Obuasi East Ahafo South, West and North. I have stand to be corrected. So 3 seats now because our seat is under contention. And lawyer Neka said a year MPP for Sir Omwa Equerry quality declare mono. They don't want to show up in the court into Omoma process no aid delay them. For that matter, Omwa submitted a year Omufale application of injunction. So Omo the two almost there and then those MPs, you know, every what to appear before the court of law. Now, Omo to me, I take the matter on because that seat, you know, the NDC legal team in Ashanti region, so much as that seat, you know, there is for them and they will fight against it. Until na court sarcasm. Almost substitute service, you know. Ombe mo ekwan na je se oma grant almost substitute what service na service ni so omo de be ma lawyers no NDC for MPP for lawyers ni so omo fa mo na omo serve MPC no intervention de ekosi ni nyina se NDC legal team in Ashanti region so afale injunction against Obuasi East court so agisa petition injunction against Obuasi East Ahafo South, West and North. I stand to protect that seat in Ashanti regional. It's a legal head Abrana or Kasano. Stay tuned.
Because our opponent, the New Patriotic Party, members of Parliament in Obuasi East, Ahafo South, West, and Ahafo North, and their lawyers are using tactical means to delay this case unnecessarily. Because when through substituted service we serve them the writ of the petition and the injunction application, they came to court that the substituted service was not done well, and for that matter, they were not happy. They brought a motion, and the court, in its wisdom, they just said that, Mr. Mankwa, lawyer for the petitioner or the petitioners, it seems that these people want to delay this matter. Why don't you come to a consensus by agreeing that their lawyer will accept the service this time, so that will serve them, and the next agenda date, they will file their processes and will move the injunction application. And we all agreed on that for the 3 cases. For only yesterday, they served us, after serving them with the processes and everything. Only yesterday, they served us with a conditional appearance and a motion to set aside the petition again. And this time, their basis is against the security of cost that the court ordered that in case we lose the case, the amount of money we're supposed to pay or you're supposed to deposit, we have deposited that money in court and have our receipt. Now they are coming to say that they are attacking that how, I don't know what, I mean, it is rather unfortunate. And we are assuring them with all humility and respect that we will make sure this case is not delayed, but it is determined on its merit expeditiously. And again, I want to put it on record and notice that they are doing all these things because their people are still in Parliament. So they think that if they delay the matter, they are the beneficiary of the delayance. That is why we have filed the injunction application. It is our humble opinion that the court will consider the injunction application on its merit so that they, when it is granted in our favor, they will know that they are not in Parliament, we are not in Parliament, so they will try to expedite the processes of the case so that the case will be determined on its merit. Okay, the next agenda date on the Ahafo North case, we are coming on the 10th. And we're supposed to come on the same 10th with the Ahafo South, West, and that of Obuasi East. But unfortunately, the guy says on the TV it's not been sitting. So that one has been adjourned to 17th of April, 2025.
Of the challenge that you have seen, did he do it? All three things I'm mentioning, did he do it? No. He didn't do it. He rather preferred to do what? To play to the gallery through social media. With situations that are so grave for a country, that can put the country in a certain light. Is it social media you go to? If you are not playing politics. Huh? Is it social media you go to? That's why I'm saying it was immature. Now, let's come to the ambulances, the flights that came. I even wasn't aware of the first cargo plane that Felix Ofuzukwachi was talking about. Yeah. Let's come to the ambulances. Who gives them a permit? Let's take it for granted that there were drugs and money laundering in the flight. Who gives them the permit to land? Isn't it, I don't know the civil aviation, but it's the airport authority. When they give the permission to land, do they not ask, what is your mission? Once they land, who pays for the space? When you go to airport to park your car to pick your friends and your relatives up, do you not park? Yeah. Do you not pay for it? Who? Who paid for that space? Are you telling me that the Honorable Minister couldn't have gone through all this to ascertain for himself first, before even coming on social media? Was it done? And for me, what gets to me is the fact that he is a ranking member. And let me ask the question. Is this the first time Kotoka would be used as a transit point for drugs? Is it the first time? No. West Africa as a whole is seen to be a transit point for drugs. It is known. Google, it will tell you. It is known that West Africa is a transit point. And it is something that we need to attack and do something about it. Now, the Honorable, what do you call it? Intim Fodjo. You know, can we say he has spread false information? And you see, this is where in this country we've got to get serious and got to make sure our laws work. Criminal Offences Act, Criminal Offences Act 29, Section 208, and this is what it says. Section 208 of this fact deals with the publication of false news with intent to cause fear and alarm. What he said, did it cause fear and alarm? All of us sitting here, haven't we indicated that the linkage, and really, I didn't see the link with the aircrafts and the cocaine that was busted in Takoradi. And if anybody is going to bring drugs into this country, why would they land in Accra when there's an airport in Takoradi? Why? So to transport it by road, they are stupid, that they know that on the road there could be security people following it or stopping them. Is that what he's telling us? Now, he is spreading, so far as I can see, false information. And what the law says is that Section 208 of the Act deals with the publication of false news with intent to cause fear and alarm. He's caused fear and alarm. If found guilty, the publisher can be jailed for up to 3 years. It's a misdemeanor. And if the laws of this country work, and the investigation shows there's no connection between the two, should we not enforce the law? Should we not? Will we enforce the law? So, I hope we will. I hope we will. For it to be a deterrent for anybody who doesn't have evidence to throw something into the public. Because you see, it's not only Ghana. The whole world. He put on social media, the whole world has got to hear. And what will they say? Ghana is a transit point for drugs. Ghana is a transit point for money laundering. It has happened. See what has happened. I'm saying the way people will say it. Yeah. I'm saying the way people will say it. The MPP themselves should sanction him if the investigation shows that it wasn't right. And the president was specific in that the security services should deal with who? The MP. He didn't say the committee. So he cannot now shift to the committee. That's the immaturity I'm talking about. And MPs, people in authority, should be very mindful how they put information out there. Because it's this enclave called Ghana we are trying to protect. Anybody bringing investment in here gets to hear this news and does not get the nitty-gritties of the facts. We say Ghana is a cocaine country. They launder money. I ain't going there with my money. It has repercussions for us. So let's be mindful. It's the same way sitting on this platform. You just can't come and sit on this platform and say anything you want to say. Because people are watching us. People, look, I met somebody yesterday. I had to go and do my niece's identification card. And a lady came to sit next to me. And I didn't know where she was coming from. And she was smiling at me. Oh, why is she smiling at me? You know what she said? Oh, are you Mr. Janto? I said, yes. Oh, we watch you. My husband is sitting out there. He says I should tell you he watches you. I said, oh, really? That's good. Oh, we watch you. I said, where are you from? Netherlands. We watch you in the Netherlands on YouTube and Facebook. Goes to show. We are not just looking at Ghana. We are looking at the world. So anything we do, we've got to be very careful. At least, if for nothing at all, the president has acted immediately. He hasn't left it for speculation. And he has directed where it should go. Let's see whether in Team Fojo, who is a reverend, who believes in the Bible, who believes in the truth of the Bible, will meet the team. Thank you.
I mean, let me come to Wanda now. And Wanda, I mean, earlier you had made a point that you were on a platform with him where he made the allegation the first time. Yeah. We've seen him subsequently address a news conference, a government response, and his subsequent response as well. I mean, do you find any reason to believe that, I mean, if we have to go by what Mr. Janto says, that he's a reverend, that the reverend could be pointing us to something that maybe we are too much in a hurry to dismiss?
A very good morning to your viewers, and we need to respect our viewers. And what I will say now, it's complete. In fact, for you to know that he made this allegation whilst I was on air with him. I don't want to mention the network, but I was on air with him when he made this wild claim. And my response in the studio at the time was not to dismiss what he was saying, but at least to understand the psychic behind what he was trying to do. And it's obvious that the MPP is in a mess. And some of these things are the only things they can hold on to. And if you look at the template from Afenyo Markins and how he's become very rowdy, how he's become so loud, sometimes for virtually nothing, you will understand the position of the MPP now in the scheme of things. He made these allegations. I think I asked him whether he was sure about it. I asked him whether he had reported this to any of the security agencies, and if he was a member of the Defense Council, why he's bringing this on air without any verification. And it seemed as though he was talking as a person at the time. But when push came to shoves and he was put to go and answer for himself, he said he was speaking on behalf of the committee, which is the Defense Committee in Parliament. I think that is very insulting to Ghanaians. These allegations are baseless, they are frivolous, they are reckless, and to think that a reverend of his stature, and one of the requirements of being a bishop or a deacon is that the Bible says that you must be of an honest report, full of the Spirit and of integrity. Three categories, 3 levels of requirement to become a deacon. And he seemed to have failed woefully in our eyes by this rendition that an airport of this nature, our airport, has 3,400 meters runway, and for airport of 3,400 meters, you are able to accommodate even bigger aircraft. We also have a hangar, and a hangar is where aircrafts are repaired. If you remember when the Terminal 3 was put together, in fact, even before the Terminal 3 came, President John Evans at the time under John Dramani Mahama built a hangar, and the hangar was very close to the end where Burma camp is, the flyover into. And what does the hangar do? The hangar is a place where aircraft are repaired for emergency services, repair works, maintenance works, and all that. Just like you have at the port, we have a dry dock where ships come in, they dock, they are able to be repaired, they get welded and all that, and then they continue their journey. Also, Ghana has also become the hub for West Africa refueling. There are many aircraft that fly into Ghana not because they are coming to do business in this country. They come to refuel. And Blue Ocean, you see around where Lufthansa offices, there's a whole depot of fuel there. That's what they come to do. They come and refuel and they go. Some come for emergency services, some come for maintenance services and all that. Not necessarily coming to do business in Ghana. KLM. I'm a Lufthansa. I always had Lufthansa in my mind. So there are a series of things that have happened over the period. In fact, on September 29, 2022, British Airways A380 made a technical stop at Kotkani International Airport. What is a technical stop? To check a few things. Maybe you are flying at a certain altitude, you are not getting enough, engine power and all that. You don't want to take risks because there are a lot of people on board the flight. So what you do is the nearest airport that has those services, you land and you get technical support and you can proceed. On October 5th, 2010, Lufthansa officials of the airport told us that 2 aircraft, Turkish Airlines, Lufthansa, on our own tarmac, had a slight body crash on their wings. Lufthansa was stationed and loading. No, it was Lufthansa and Turkish Airlines. They brushed off each other Lufthansa with the wings. Still on. Oh no, that's 2010, not now. 2010. Lufthansa is left for Brussels, Air Brussels now. So their wings, crashed each other. Lufthansa couldn't fly that night. They had to bring a replacement aircraft to evacuate the people. So these are things that happen at the airport very, very, often and all that. Now, also on September 22, 2024, there was an incident of smoking luggage. Whilst the check-in guys were doing their check-in, they discovered that a luggage was smoking all over the place. People had to be evacuated. The owner of the luggage was handed over to the National Bureau of Investigations and all that. Then on June 5th, 2000, Ghana Airlink Fokker F227 from Tamale to Accra also crashed. 6 people were killed. Did you hear about that? Because these are normal, operations at the airport, normal accidents on the tarmac. Sometimes, we'd never get to hear of. The only one we heard of was when is this Starbo, let me not mention any aircraft. Some Nigerian aircraft, cargo airline, crashed into the walls, ran through airwork and all that. That was the one we heard about. But many things happen at the airport where, the fire service is called into action to come and quench fire, to prepare for landing, and many accidents happen on the air tarmac. Nobody knows. So in the airline industry, we also have what we call the air medicals or air ambulance. What is air ambulance or air medical? For air medical aircraft, the aircraft is fitted just like a hospital. So you can get all the services. For instance, if you're evacuating, say, a high-ranking government official or a president, from one country to the other, and you are on board, they can give you all the full range of services. Just like we have in the ambulance, the paramedics stay with you. So most of those aircraft are in areas where there are a lot of frequent aircraft and smaller aircraft. And why? Why Angola? Angola is one of the countries that produce large oil quantities for the world. And so there are a lot of smaller aircraft that are on their ridge, or what is it, ridge, or the barge on the seas and all that. So they tend to have a lot of problems with maintenance issues, a lot of problems with accidents, a lot of problems with flight technical issues and all that. That they need the nearest airport that is fitted with that